So it means that 1 centimeter square is equivalent to what? 20 square,
Yes.
which is equivalent to 400 feet square. Right? This is the thing. Now it says that if Erica plans to cover 400 feet with 1 pound of seed, approximately how many pounds? Okay, what is the 1 pound area?
400.
So now if I say that 1 centimeter is equal to 400 feet, right? 1 square. The area is what? 180 centimeter square?
Yes. On paper, it's 180.
Okay, so instead of centimeter square, can I write 400? Because like centimeter square, 1 centimeter square is equal to 400 feet square. Na? So if I want to convert this 180 centimeter square into feet, so I would be directly multiplying this with 400. Right?
Yeah. I don't understand why.
Why is that? Okay. Look, it is saying 180 centimeter square, right? It is over here, it's 180 centimeter square. This is the part. Right? This is saying 180 centimeter square. No? So over here I have found out that 1 centimeter square is equal to 400 feet square, right?
No, it says 1 centimeter square is 20 feet.
No. 1 centimeter is 20 feet. What about 1 centimeter square? We have calculated this 400 feet square, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now the calculates the area of the region on paper to be 180 centimeter square, right? So for 180 centimeter square, since 1 centimeter square is equal to 400 feet square, so 180 would be multiplied by 400 in order to calculate the total number of feet square, right?
Yes.
Okay. I won't be doing the complete calculation because I want to just simplify this. So you just leave your answer in terms of this, like 180 multiplied by 400. Now the second part says if Erica plans to cover every 400 feet square with 1 pound of seed, approximately how many pounds of seed will she need to cover the entire field, right? So she wants to cover every 400 feet square with right? So this is the total number of feet square area, right? This is the total feet square area. Okay. Now I want to cover how much? 400 feet square, right? So I will be dividing. What I want to do basically, I want to cover this whole area into 400 feet square with 1 pound of seed. So 1 pound of seed is like equal to 400 feet square. So I am saying 1 pound of seed equals to 400 feet square. So for this total area, I would be dividing it, right? I would be dividing this complete figure by 400 feet in order to get the number of pounds. And of course 400 and 400 is cancelled, so only 180 is left, so it would be equal to 180 pounds. Okay,
Okay.
is this clear?
Yes.
You can copy this part if you want. Done?
Yes.
Okay. Now the types of question which appears. Just give me a second. Okay. So when we talk about ratios, so the first, there are different types of questions which would be asked, right? Okay. For example, one of the questions would be like, for example, if I say that the simplest question, right? If there are 30 students in a class, right? They are divided in the ratio of 2:3. 2 like boys, 3 like girls, right? So what is, how many number of girls are there? Yes, how many girls are there? So what you would be doing, you would say, okay, girls. So girls ratio, that means that individual ratio divided by total ratio, that is 2 plus 3, multiply by the total value, will give us the individual value, right? This is the winner. So you would be doing, okay, 3 upon 5 multiplied by 30 is equals to 6, 5, 6, 3, 6, 18. Is this part clear?
Yes.
Right? So 18 is the number of girls. Similarly, if you want to know the number of boys, either you can subtract it from 30 or you can just do it from the ratio, you would get the same answer. Correct? Okay?
Yes.
Okay, next thing. Next step is in the ratios, the next thing is if the value is given, right? For example, the number, how about we start off with a question? That would be much more. Yes, is it 100% or is it 30%? This salary.
This is 100%.
Is it 100%? Is it 100%?
Yes.
The question again, it says Deepak pays 30% of its income in taxes. For example, there are two things, right? You have 100%. but you have paid 30% in taxes, so the amount that is remained, that is your take home, would be what? 70. Okay. Now what we will be doing, we will be calculating this percentage. So I would be saying, okay, 70% of the total is equivalent to how much? 2800, right? 70% can be written as 7 upon 10 or 70 upon 10, whatever it is. Multiply by total value is equals to 2800. The total is equivalent to 2800 into 10 upon 7. 7400. It means that the total value is 4000. He is paying 30% in taxes. After eliminating those, we are left with 2800. Okay. Did you get this part?
Yes.
Okay. Again, it says that I am clearing it again. I am doing it all. It says that Deepak pays 30% of his income in taxes and his take home pay after tax is 2800, right? So for percentage, what do you do? Look, there's a first question. For example, if I say 30% of 100, so what it would be? You would say, sir, 30 upon 100 multiplied by 100, right? So that would be equal to 30. Okay. Right.
Okay.
This is simple, that we are just calculating a percentage of the total value. Right. The next thing that we have is increase or decrease in percentage. Right. Increase means what? Like a profit. Right. Decrease means what? Decrease, sir, is like a loss. Okay. If I say that I sell a thing for after 20% profit. Okay. If the price of a good is $300 and I sell this thing at a 20% profit, so what is the value or what is my selling price? So what it would be?
Can you repeat that?
How much?
Can you repeat the
The question is, the cost price or the cost of a product is $300. I am selling it after a profit of 20%. What is the selling price?
would be 360?
60.
360.
I would be saying like 100% is the total value. If I am adding a thing or if I am selling it at a profit, it would be adding that percentage. So the total percentage becomes what? 120%. Right? It means that if I am selling anything at a profit, it means that it will increase, right?
Yes.
Okay, if it will increase, so it means that I would be multiplying this 300 cost price, multiply it with the total value 120%. This would be giving me a selling price, right? So this is this multiplied by 120 upon 100 is equal to selling price. So cancelling this, 60 into 6, that is equivalent to 360. Just copy this down. This is known as increase in percentage, right?
Okay, yes.
Done?
Yes.
Okay. Then I would be talking about decrease. In decrease, what I would be doing, I would be subtracting it from the 100%, X percentage, whatever it is. Right? So now let's see. This is 30%. This is I am paying in taxes. So it means that I am not taking it at home, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So my take home salary is what? For example, if I say I am earning like $5,000, right? Out of 5,000, if I am paying $1,000 taxes, so it means that I am paying this to the government. I am left with only $4,000, right? This is the amount which I can spend, or which I can take home after taxes. That's why they say after taxes. Okay.
Okay.
So over here it says 30%. So decrease, it means that I am paying 30% out of the 100 percentage. I am paying 30%. So I am removing that 30%. I am left with 70%. Right now, this is not the trick part. Trick part is that we have to find how much does he make per month. It means what? The students often fail to understand that this is asking that what is the total value, because you are aware of the after tax value that the person is receiving, right? The after tax value is given, but this before tax value is not given, that is 100%, right? So I say okay, 70% of the total is equivalent to 2800, right? So total is equals to 2800 upon 70%. You can do it like this, or you can simplify this part. You can say that this is equals to 7 upon 10 into total is equals to 2800, and similarly the total would be 2800 upon multiplied by 10 upon 7, 400. It means that the total value is 4,000. Is this part now clear?
Yes.
Copy it then and attempt the fourth one. Yes.
Is it 350?
Okay, and how did you solve this?
Since they want to make $1 profit off of each customer, so I divided 1,750 by 5. So $1 profit per customer,
How much?
and that gives 350.
Yes, still I didn't get this. Yes, you are saying?
Since they want to make $1 profit per customer, I divided 1,750 by 5.
I have 5.
So yes,
But this is the cost. Look, it says $6 per ticket, right? And each movie show costing the theater 1750. Right? How do you calculate profit? Profit is basically what? Sales minus expenses, right?
yes,
This is how it works, huh? So, what is the total sales? Right? Total sales would be calculated by number of tickets sold being multiplied with price. Are you getting this point?
yes,
Right? This is how you will calculate this number of tickets into price, right? Okay. Talking about number of tickets. Are we sure that what is the number of tickets? No. So I will taking it as X. X is the number of tickets or number of customers. Same thing, because the number of customers are buying tickets. So same thing. Okay, so number of tickets into price. If I am saying that X is the number of tickets, right, and the per ticket cost is $6, so it means that the total price or the total sales,
Close the door.
total sales is basically equivalent to 6 into X, right, or 6X. Okay, now it says that the cost is $175. So out of the total sales, if I am subtracting the cost, I should be getting a profit, right? That is equivalent to X. Okay, so you did the same thing, right?
yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay. So 1750 divided by 5, you are getting 350. Okay, done. Okay, how about this question? Uh, Arnaldo earns $11 for each ticket he sells and a bonus of 2 per each ticket he sells over 100. If he was paid 2400, how many tickets did he sell? Yes, done.
Yes.
Yes, Nishad, have you done this question?
Or is the answer 200?
नहीं अभी मैंने नहीं किया है.
Okay. Okay. So what's the answer you're getting?
200?
Yes, Ifra?
200.
200. And how did you do this?
First I multiplied 11 by 100, which was 1100. Then I did 1100 plus 13x equals to 2400, and then I found for x, which was at 100, and so 200.
Okay. But we are getting 1100 on every account, right?
What do you mean?
So it means what I am trying to say that you're not just getting 1100 on 100 tickets, but you're getting $11 on all the tickets, right?
Yes.
So is your equation satisfying that part? For example, if I say that X is the total number of tickets, right? Okay, X is the total number of tickets. So the total revenue that I am getting from the sales is 11x, right? So 11x means that I am getting at least $11 from all the tickets. But it also says that I am getting $2 extra. So it means that, that the amount which I am earning of over 100 tickets. So it means that if X is the total number of tickets, so if I subtract 100 from X, I would be getting $2 extra for that as well. Okay. Does everyone understand this question, right? It says that over 100. So it means that over 100 means that out of the total you are subtracting 100. So whichever is the remaining part, na? Right? For example, if there are like 1000 tickets. So over 100 means what? Like out of 1000 I am subtracting 100. So 900 are those tickets on which I am getting $2, right?
Yes.
So for over here, so the total revenue I am getting is 11x plus 2 into x minus 100, and this is equivalent to 2400. Okay.
Okay.
So how much we are getting then? 11x plus 2x minus 200 is equals to 2400. So this is coming 2600 divided by 13, and you are getting 200 tickets. Okay, same thing, right? You got the 200, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it means that this part is down. Okay, age questions are another questions which are very important. And similarly these questions. Let's start with this one. A fraction question, yes. Attempt 7 and 8. 8 is an age question, so leave this. Okay, attempt 7 and 6. Attempt these two. 6 and 7. Yes, done with these two.
1 second. I should also do 6.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, 6 and 7.
Okay.
Yes, done.
1 second.
Okay, let's start. The first one. Jack downloaded 10 songs, 2 books for this, right? So it means that whatever the cost is, 10 songs, I would be forming a simultaneous equation. 2 books, this is equivalent to 48. Jill downloaded 15 songs and 1 book for 44, right? So 15 songs, 1 book for 44. How much did he spend on book with all the songs, right? So now you would be solving this simultaneously. Did you do this?
Yeah, is it 20?
Then substituting this, you're getting 20.
Yeah.
This becomes 30. This becomes, okay, you're getting 20. Then this might be right. Okay, now this question. Marissa has 40 more than Ben. and Ben has 1/3 as much as Marissa. Yeah, so how did you solve this?
For question 7, I got Ben has $20.
Okay, so it says that Marissa has 40 plus B and B has how much? 1/3 as Marissa. So for M is equals to 3B. So if I substitute this instead of M, so it would be 3B 40 plus B. So 2B is equals to 40, B is coming 20. So 20, are you getting this?
Yes.
Yes, done. Okay. Okay. Let's open the CapTest so that we have an idea. Review the questions again which you have attempted. You have reviewed, right? Just a second. I'm sharing this. Yes, so you did attempt this, right? Sentence structure, or this was done previously.
Uh, no, I don't think I did this one. No.
Okay. Coming to maths. You attempted this ratio, proportion, percentage.
Yes.
Just a second. Okay, one of the questions was this one as well, right? Right, so it says that recycling company pays for metals by weight, right? Suppose a person brings in 3 pounds of metals and receives 8.64 for 24 ounces of capital and receives this. If either person brings in equal weights of what fraction part of the money would be received from copper? Yes. So first 3 pounds is equal to how many ounces? And then we would convert the price per ounce. Right? Either we can do this in ounce or we can compare it into another unit like pounds, whichever way you want it. Yes.
1 second.
You have done?
1 second. Is it 3/10?
What fractional portion of the money he would receive from copper?